And hello everyone! We are live with Mists of Ravenloft, episode 21. I am hyped for tonight as we had a very exciting adventure last week. But before we recap our previous evening's adventures, or previous week's adventures, it's a circle, whatever. Anyways, let's go around to say who we are and who we'll be playing. We have Shiny Pilot with us today.
Well, hello. I'm Shiny Pilot. I shall be playing Ron Wesley. I'm afraid I missed the game last week due to things that came up, if I remember correctly. But I'm ready to go for this one. Excited to play with everybody. Have fun.
Awesome, awesome! Who doesn't like having fun and playing with friends? So, we also have a lovely friend of ours. We've got D20 Coup de Grace.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm playing Magnus Deepshaft. He's a Dwarven paladin. He's a prince, although fewer and fewer people seem to know that, which is odd.
Perhaps it's because your purse has fewer and fewer gold coins in it.
Don't mention that.
Oh, alright. My apologies, Your Majesty. We also have the lovely Nuggetosaurus.
Hello, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I'm playing Embar of Vanastra, Divine Soul Sorceress, who isn't very happy about that mummy fight. That was some bullshit right there.
Yes, indeed it was. And Mr. Smells Like a Leather Sofa himself, we have Travis Bowles with us this evening.
I do. I've been oiling up my beard. I smell it's smooth as a beaver's pelt. And I'm neatly groomed and ready for action. And I'm playing Elam D. Wood Jr., monster hunter and ranger and just all around swell guy, just a meat and potatoes kind of guy. And I'm out here in the desert sweating my balls off, chafing like a bear. But I bought, if I remember correctly, I bought this very nice linen.
Yes.
I'm got these really nice shirts, these comfy, breathable cotton.
Mm-hmm.
We just do a lot of shopping on this show.
Yeah, we do.
And it's one of my favorite things about it. So I'm hoping to shop till I drop today in the desert.
Well, we'll certainly see what happens. Speaking of shop till you drop, we've got Deception Check.
Hi, that was a great segue. I'm Deception Check. I'm playing Merrick Tenpenny, the guy that only likes to shop for rum, just rum.
That's why he drops. It doesn't take him very long.
It's just a couple bottles and he's done. So he's shopping till he drops. He's also dressed a little bit differently now, gone full native now, and all the long linen clothing, multiple layers. I don't think he has a turban. I think it's a hood. I don't know. Haven't really figured that part out yet. But yeah, great. We're in the sea of sand, and it's just not the same thing as a real sea.
It's not. And as for what happened last week, the party split up a smidge. We had Elam D. Wood Jr. and Embar of Vanastra go off with the young local boy Bali to investigate a certain backyard where a certain individual was supposed to have been sucked under the sands. They found a trapdoor in the backyard which had a little chute that led down to a secret temple. And they found snippets of a journal, a couple potion, spell scroll, good stuff. And they came out, without, a couple questions answered, a couple questions raised. They met up with Merrick and Magnus, who had both purchased new clothing. Magnus is resplendent and very translucent. And Ron had also purchased new clothing, including a turban he wrapped around his hat, because he's Ron. They met up. Magnus may have eaten a bunch of scorpions, and they're really spicy, and doused his face in a bucket of camel's milk. The rest of the party got clothes, had some kebabs, talked a little bit, and noticed that, things were kind of closing down for the evening. They were going to go stay with the Vistani for the night after finding out that there was some 3-hour camel monster tours that Gilgamesh, the charming candle vendor, had available. They would leave right in the morning, right after everything had opened, and be back in time before noon. So that's when everyone takes their second nap. So they were like, this is great. Also, Magnus discovered he's not really rich anymore, and took it a bit hard.
No, He did not discover he wasn't rich anymore. He just discovered that he couldn't access his wealth at this location.
Very true. Good point. He's immensely wealthy, but with access to none of it. He felt shame and went to hide. So he drank wine with the Vistani. They met up with the Vistani as the temple was closed for the evening for nightly rituals, as the priestess Izu was apparently doing. That's what they found out. And as they were chilling with the Vistani, a mummy arose on the hill, on the dune behind them, and a bunch of desert zombies came and they nabbed some of the Vistani, a couple of the brothers, and they tried to nab Magnus, but they didn't succeed, and then they disappeared in a swirl of dust in the sand. And that is where we will pick up this evening, as the sand has, and the winds have just abated, and you see nothing. No one. Nobody. Except for yourselves, of course. And the 3 remaining brothers and Dulcime.
What the hell?
That my last swing eliminated them all. Go me.
I don't see the 2 boys that were being pulled away. Or did you eliminate them as well?
Oops. Perhaps. I don't know my own might at times.
Right. Elam, you see him on the horizon, your eyes are better than mine.
I don't see him. They're gone. Is Bali around? Did he make it?
Oh, I'm here. He's still holding the torch. He actually nat 20'd a mummy or I'm not mummy, a desert zombie, and murderized it. Because he told him to smack anything with the torch that got too close, and boy did he smack it.
That's right. I remember you doing that. Hey, let's give it up for Bali, everybody. Got the sand to stab a zombie.
Let's not celebrate now. We lost 2 of the Vistani.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's not good.
Be a little considerate of the woman and the loss of her family.
Oh, yeah. I'm proud of this boy, so, I get carried away. But
and
yeah, we're gonna have to find him. It's we got to go find the mummy's tomb or tent or hole in the ground or whatever this mummy's hiding in, because that's where we were headed originally, right? We were about to set out to find the thing, and he came to us.
No, we were going to take some shut-eye. It was nighttime. We're going to bed.
Oh. Who said something about 2 naps a minute ago, by the way?
Me.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
They used to call me old 2 naps.
Not old 14-hour naps. Sorry, just kidding.
You can break a 14-hour sleep into 2 6-hour naps.
I think that would.
One of my.
Okay.
Okay. No,
Stick with
everyone
me,
here.
Bali. I'll teach you the art of the nap.
Okay, everyone here typically sleeps, around midnight, and he kind of points up, and you see there's like a gibbous moon out, and then they wake up early morning, and then when it gets too hot in the day, we sleep till it gets cooler. So when it's cold and when it's really hot.
Such a good idea. See, the nap is an important survival mechanism for people who don't understand this, and it's very sad because the nap is a magical thing. Yeah, well, we need to catch some shut-eye, and then we got to catch up with them. Try and find these Vistani.
The Vistani are right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said 2 of them are gone.
The other.
Well, yeah, but there are no tracks. There's no direction. They just disappeared in swirling sand on the wind. It's like trying to catch a sea breeze.
You see Dulcime has her tarot cards out, and she's kind of sitting in the sand where they disappeared, and is trying to maybe figure out what's going on.
Right.
And one of the brothers has a spyglass out and is looking, but he doesn't seem to see anything.
Let's see, where were we sleeping?
They have a big old tent. They actually have even more room in the tent now.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, then that's where Magnus is saying that. Magnus is drained right now.
Merrick is going to walk over to where he last saw the swirling sand wizard and he's going to just kind of inspect the sand and look around and see what he can see there.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm so good at those. 12.
12. With a 12, it's as if the sand, like, it looks smooth. Like, there's not even any footprints in it other than the ones you've made leading up to it.
You kind of dig into the sand and kind of push some away and try and get, like, under the
top
surface
layer.
layer. Yeah, so see if he sees anything or anything was dropped or maybe there's a piece of bone.
Yeah, you kind of dig a little further. You're able to find a piece of zombie, because, you know, there's a lot of chunks kind of flying around with stuff happening. Looks a little charred. Probably when Ron hit with a firebolt. It smells awful.
Maybe the Vistani can do something with this. I don't know. I walk back to camp.
Okay. So you walk back to camp. What is everybody else doing?
Well, as we're walking back, I think Elam continues to reason out, you know, what this whole thing, you know, casualties notwithstanding, you know, we've since learned that they didn't just fall into holes in the desert. There's something out there getting people, and it's this mummy and his zombie friends. And I find that to be a relief, something I can shoot, you know.
What time of day is it?
It's about midnight. It's a little past midnight.
Ooh, it's time for bed, guys. I'm so tired. This sun is really wearing on me and I'm getting blisters.
There is no sun right now, Ron.
At
It's
midnight?
midnight.
Yeah, from the whole prior day.
Okay.
Tired from.
All right.
Yeah, Ginger's burned pretty easily, so he's definitely pink, even with the brim of his hat.
I get moon blisters too, so it's all right.
This turbo I bought's not working.
It's wrapped
It's
around his
wrapped
head.
around the top of his head. Yeah.
So you guys go to the tent, get some shut-eye?
Tent. Put my hat like this. I take first watch here. That's a crossbow.
Merrick goes to talk to Dulcime.
Okay. So you go speak to Dulcime. She looks like she's kind of studying the cards she's pulled.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Condolences for your brothers. We tried to grab them, but
I know you tried very valiantly. I'm very appreciative. We all tried. There was just so many of them, and that Mommy, it was quite powerful.
it seems so. I don't know about magics or what it is that you do as whatever it is you do, but I found this piece of one of the zombies.
Oh.
I don't know if that'll help you track them or
She'll
find
kind
your
of hold out a
brothers.
handkerchief. It's keying out right now, but there's a handkerchief here.
Yeah, give it to her. It's like, it smells horrible, but maybe it'll help get an idea, location.
Oh, I will see what I can do with this. Thank you very much.
Nice. Anything else we can do for you?
No, I think it would probably just be best. The cards are not telling me anything right now. If we all just got some rest. I would like to read your fortunes tomorrow, though. Perhaps the cards will be more willing then. Spirits.
That was the plan for the night, I think, but kind of get a bit interrupted.
A little bit, yes.
Aye.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Try and get some rest then.
I will do my best. She kind of gathers up her cards and walks back to the tent.
Now, do we each have our own tent, or are these like the gypsy tents with carpets on the floor?
This is a big gypsy tent with carpets on the floor.
Ron is passed out right in the middle of the floor. It's it's face down. He's done. He's out. You know, like a young kid that passed out that was up too late.
Bless him. All right. Is anybody taking watch this evening, or are you gonna leave it up to the remaining Vistani?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Second.
I'll get the morning.
All right. So, give me just perception checks.
I'm assuming you're not meaning Ron, who's out cold.
Yeah, no, everyone is sleeping.
Okay.
That's fine. So, y'all did real good. So you guys are very alert. You're on high alert. You're paying attention. You keep an eye out. You don't see anything that you're looking for. You're not seeing any zombies. You're not hearing anything. It's a pretty uneventful evening to watch. There's a bit of a breeze, which is refreshing, and yeah, it's just a cold night. It definitely starts to warm up a little bit by the time it's Merrick's watch. It's not as chilly. It's temperature extremes in the desert, you know. So you all wake up the next morning feeling fully rested.
All right.
What's for breakfast? More scorpions?
There you go.
Yeah. I was just saying, Merrick is out doing his calisthenics while he was on watch, just, you know, warming up, staying busy. Yeah.
Nice.
He's like, you're awake finally. Good morning.
Oh my. Ooh-wee. Let's go zombie hunting.
I thought we had a safari.
Oh, right. It's time for our monster tour. This ought to be interesting.
What were the air quotes for?
Well, I have a high standard for monster tours, my friend, having, facilitated the touring of the monsters for some time. And, this Gilgamesh guy, I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but, I'm not sure if he's got it all,
You know, when people say they don't mean to be something, that means they're about to be that way.
Well, I was trying to preface it. I was trying to pad it, but he may not know what the hell he's doing, And so, supposedly there's not werewolves, Ali, what is it? Where something? What
He
is
wakes up. Huh? He wakes up with like a, I'm sorry. Oh, what?
It's not werewolves. What's in the desert? Where's something?
Well, there's were-jackals and jackal-wares.
Jackals. Jackal. What? Both?
Yes.
Were-jackals and jackals.
What the hell's the difference between a were-jackal and a jackal-were?
I don't know, but I am pretty sure that, Mr. Gilgamesh does.
Yes.
And Izu.
Well, and see,
That's why we need a monster tour.
yeah, that's exactly the kind of information
I was told they
expect.
both eat you.
Oh, well.
I don't want to eat.
Yeah, we'll see about that. No, nobody's gonna eat you, Bali. You're a bite-sized snack, but that's why you're gonna stay in the middle of the caravan
Okay.
area, so as not to tempt the jackal wares. So yeah, just as an experienced monster tour guide, I'm looking forward to experiencing, someone else's take on it.
Oh, I forgot to mention before everyone crashed out last night. Dulcime is looking to do readings for us. Fortunes.
I know how to read.
See, as I recall, Magnus didn't like his last fortune.
He didn't.
But were those cards or was it just a reading?
Those were stones. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
she read the stones. This is she's like a Taroka deck.
Well, that's way different.
It is. It's
So-
completely different.
Whole different ball game.
Oh, well, that sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Magnus will start heading over there, I guess, to go get a card reading.
One of Dulcime's brothers says, she is still resting. If you would come back, perhaps after your tour this afternoon?
After the tour, okay. Okay, I thought we were doing that. Okay, well then
She wasn't very specific, man. Your lordship.
Okay. then he'll start to prep for the tour then. Yeah. Which means get lots of snacks.
Oh, sir, might I suggest you go by the temple if it's open and get your armor?
Oh, yes. That could be helpful.
It's a monster tour. We don't know if they'll be antsy or rowdy.
I don't know. The armor's pretty hot in the desert, though.
Yeah, but those mummies, I believe they, I would say they kicked your ass last night.
I recall differently.
Really?
Yes. We've lost 2, but sometimes that happens in battle.
Yes, sir. It must have been someone else that was getting hit regularly. Yes, sir. Sorry. It might have been me. I don't know.
Your 20 gold banana hammock ain't gonna save you from those zombies and that mummy there, friend.
All right. Look, I'll go get the armor and I'll put it on before we enter battle.
Or maybe just take it with you.
Well, yes, that's what I meant. With
Put it on before. I'm sorry, sir. I must have sand in my ears. I
well,
know
you should probably get that out.
Right, sir. Sorry.
He'll head that out. He'll head out that way.
All right. So you go over to the temple. It's not a long walk. You know, it's a big old temple. The doors are open again. The large stone doors.
Wonderful. I'm going to see if my armor's still sitting in the corner or whatever.
Okay. It is not.
I'm going to go look around for the curator of this place.
Certainly. You walk in a little bit. It was like just tucked right behind the door. So you walk in a little bit, and you see at the very front on the altar, you see the priestess Izu burning some incense.
Priestess!
Yes. Your lordship, I believe. You were a prince?
Yes, that's correct. I left some armaments over in the corner there.
Oh, yes, they were very conspicuous. So I placed them into a spare room we had so that they would not get picked up by sticky fingers. Please let me show you where they are.
I'll follow her.
Okay. Yeah, she just leads you into there's like 2 doors on either side of the altar. She kind of leads you in through one door, and
That's a bad situation.
and she leads you to what's the room number? Yeah, just another room. There is it's pretty empty. There's like a couple of looks like rugs rolled up in the corner, maybe some blankets, and you see your armor is sitting next to them.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
I'll make sure that there aren't any fingerprints on it or anything like that.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Oh, master at this.
Yes. No fingerprints. It appears to have been very carefully moved.
Wonderful. I thank you for protecting my armor, priestess.
Of course, I would have hated if anything had happened to it while His Majesty was away.
I'll tell Smeary to pick it up.
He does.
Follow.
The armor begins to float and follow behind you.
Then, I'll just head probably to get snacks for camels.
Okay. So, you can hear the market is starting to pick up again this morning. Vendors are opening up their stalls. You can smell food cooking in the air. The rest of you guys see Magnus walking out with his armor floating behind him from the temple. He's headed straight to town.
Has Ron seen this before? This floating armor thing?
Not specifically floating armor.
Okay.
You've definitely seen invisible forces around Magnus.
Okay, I wasn't sure if maybe that happened last episode because I wasn't here and you
Nope.
didn't see it. I was
No,
like,
it's you've seen things move before. Around
okay,
it.
Ron would probably be coming out of tent half awake, sleepy-eyed, and if he caught that anywhere he was near, he'd be like, kind of watching it as it goes by, like, what? Is it magic? Ooh.
Demons.
He's gonna be talking to you later.
All right. What about the rest of y'all? Y'all have woken up. It's a beautiful morning, the start of another blazing hot day in Har'Akir.
All right, Bali, it's time to get some breakfast and get ready.
Dinner
All right,
and
now.
breakfast.
Yep. Son, you're entitled to 3 square meals. That's any, all. Yep, that's right. That's right. Take a deep breath. I know that life is an amazing treasure that never seems to end as soon as you get into my presence. But the point is that we're gonna get some food that is not a scorpion. And then I know you like them, but I got a nervous tummy. And then I'm gonna change into another one of these amazing shirts. These are fabulous. And then we're gonna try and get this tour going. So come on, let's eat.
He follows very enthusiastically behind you. What about Ron and Bara and Merrick? Y'all going to get some breakfast?
Absolutely, as long as it's not more scorpion, because the idea of eating a scorpion's a little funky right now.
Yeah, you haven't eaten any, but Bali says they're real good. Magnus ate a bunch.
Some of them are.
Not eating one. Let's get this show on the road.
Merrick is going to take his time. He's going to have a little bit of rum to start his morning.
Of course.
Try and morning constitution, just kind of get everything relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really hungry right now.
Okay. And Ambara.
I suppose she would follow after Elam and Barley and Rum.
Okay. So you all meet up with Magnus, catch up with him. He's not walking terribly fast, as he's strutting, as I assume he always does. And the morning market is hopping. You see there is all sorts of tasty-looking food. There's more kebabs. There's scorpions. There is what appears to be kind of like a coconut kind of curry type thing. Looks pretty good. And smell spices on the air. You smell cooking food on the air. There's little coconuts and camel milk as well. That's a refreshing beverage. And you see that bead vendor is back again, Ambar, this morning.
That's right. I will go there.
You see the lady. She's currently threading a bunch of beads. She goes, "Oh yes. How can I help you?"
Hello. I tried to make a point of finding something for my hair, and she'll kind of like lift and drop her braid.
Mm-hmm.
It's got tons of different things in it.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that I visit a place, and I was unfortunately not able to get something at the last place we went, do you recommend anything?
Well, I have a wide variety of beads. And she kind of, I see she kind of pulls up another tray. There are all sorts of different colors. Some appear to be glass. The really expensive ones are actually either fine metals or wood. A lot of them are there's a lot of beautiful glass beads, different colors, different shapes. That's the majority of them.
Are there any that are like very distinctly the style of this town?
There's a couple of glass beads that are like almost the exact same color as the sands, and
Okay.
one's like a tiger's eye, which kind of catches your eye as well. But it's glass. It's just blown with like the swirls of brown through it.
Yeah. I'll take the tiger's eye one, and then probably one of the metal ones, because I think she's only got like 2 or 3 metal ones in her hair right now. So
Yeah. Obviously, they're going to be differing in price depending on what metal you get. So there's tin, steel, copper, silver, gold.
how much gold do I have? How much is a silver one?
Silver would be 3 silver, including the tiger's eye one.
Okay, I'll go with that then.
Yeah, cost of material plus cost of making it. So yeah, she'll put them in a little very small like cotton pouch and tie it. It's easier to keep track of them this way.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And then I'll hand her 4 silver.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. And then I'll go find some non-meat food.
Probably some of that coconut curry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll grab some of that for
Had
breakfast.
like coconut chunks in it, and all nice and soft. And
Is there like a side of like fruit salad?
yeah, you could find a fruit salad. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that too. So coconut curry and fruit.
Get
Hal
over it.
has not, or not Hal, fuck. Ambara has not eaten a single thing of meat this entire campaign.
Mm-hmm.
She is a vegetarian.
We found out Ron's allergic to shellfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what is Bali? What? This is just a little kid in tatters, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Basically.
I mean, he's a mess, isn't he? And we're about to stare down the gaping maw of sandy hell itself. He's gonna need something for this monster tour. Do they make junior leather armor?
Junior leather armor.
Pequeño.
Give me a perception or investigation check, just to see if you can spot anything.
No, we're going perception,
Okay.
if given the choice.
Yep, you can go for it.
All right, let's see what I got here. Oh, a 7. Wow, look out. It's bright.
Alright.
Sun's in my eyes. I can't find the children's section in the leather armor store.
So, you're looking around, you see, there's not a lot of armor vendors here. There's a lot of clothing, not a lot of armor per se, probably because it's real hot. But you do find a leather worker. And he's got a couple things of leather armor kind of set up. One of them you think could be modified to be smaller. It's just a set of regular light leather armor. You also see some padded armor, which is made out of cloth. It's just more thickly woven, and it's got like some padding in between it.
Bali, son, we got to get you into something other than the homespun you've been rolling around in for heaven knows how long. So let's put this on. Straighten your back up. Just roll your shoulders back. All right, now put this on. Try it on. I need to know if it fits, because if it doesn't, I got to return it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna stuff some napkins in your shoes, make you look taller too.
I don't have any shoes.
Oh hell, that's right. I just noticed that you haven't been wearing any shoes. Let's get some shoes too. You got shoes for this boy?
Yeah, he's got a pair of leather sandals.
There you go. Look at you, starting to look like a real human being now.
Elam, big brother of the year.
Terrible.
So, it looks like, there's like, the padded armor doesn't fit him at all. It could be altered. There is one set of leather that's just huge on him. And then there's another set that's real strappy. It's like, like when you look at the, like, art of characters, and it's just like a lot of belts and stuff, a lot of buckles. It looks very adjustable, and while it would still probably be a smidge big, it's growing room.
Oh, you're gonna grow into it. Yeah, you're gonna get you something big so you can grow into it. This is how you shop for children. All right,
So one with all the straps is just specifically for dungeons.
Yes.
right, not dragons.
Yes.
So that's good. So Becky, so speak up now. So I'm trying to outfit the boy. So
You
okay.
get,
About this
you get
time,
like a
Mar-
set of cloth for underneath it. They do have kid-sized, like, regular clothes and sandals, just not armor. So you got.
Merrick actually starts walking up and sees Elam over on the side over there, and he's like, "Aye, what you buying for yourself over there?"
Why are we armoring children?
Well, first off, any excuse to shop.
That is true.
This boy is going to get eaten alive by werewolf, lions,
Jackals.
jackals, right? Little jackal lion jackals.
You're taking the child out with us.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's his first big monster tour. What? You're gonna leave him behind? He's got to see this.
So you have to dress him up in armor and then give him weapons so that he can protect himself from the vacation you're taking him on.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair
Yep.
enough.
And these buckles, Bali, these buckles strike fear into the hearts of your enemies. Notice how
You have so
they
many.
do.
Is that why everyone is? Is that why the zombies ran away?
That's why these zombies are just shaking in their undead boots whenever I'm around, buddy. It's these buckles, and the more the better. So we're just got a lot of straps on him. Look at this. He's covered in straps and buckles. Bali, let me tell you something. You are looking fearsome. Those jackal wares.
Bali,
Yes.
little man, what weapon are you wielding?
I have a pointy stick.
Can I see your pointy stick? Whip it out, kid. Come on now.
He from his tattered and fraying like rope belt, which is keeping these tattered like shorts that are like 3 sizes too big on him on, he pulls out it's like a flat piece of wood that he's probably rubbed on a lot of like sandstone and stuff to get the edges kind of slightly sharp. He holds it out. It's basically a shiv. It's a wooden shiv.
Wooden dagger. Okay.
Yeah.
Hand it to me. Come on.
He's resourceful.
Yeah, he's just holding it out like this for you.
All right. Takes it. Goes, all right, close your eyes. I'm going to do a magic trick. He puts it behind his back, and then he pulls out of his pack a real dagger
Uh-huh.
and sets it in his hands.
Oh!
I've made it into something a bit more impressive.
Okay, so let's arm the kid now.
He's coming with us. We got to do something.
Wow! That was
Works the same as
amazing!
the stick. Yes. Works the same as the stick. Watch. Hold on. Close your eyes again.
Okay.
Pulls it out. He taps the kid on the head and puts the second one in there. I made it too.
He is
Magic.
astounded.
Ronnie can never do magic like that.
Wow. And he does different magic. Wow.
That's
Very.
It looks really cool.
Very different. All right. You just okay. See the sharp end down here?
Mm-hmm.
You stick that in other people, not you.
Yeah, no.
All right. Good.
And he kind of, like, tucks it into one of the straps on his new little leather armor. Now, to get him some clothes that aren't rags, and some leather armor, it's gonna be 10 gold.
10 gold?
10 gold for leather armor.
Gravy.
That's
I'll
just
toss him
basic.
5.
All right.
Eric, you're a pal, buddy. We're gonna Bali. Listen, let me tell you something. I want you to thank Mr. Merrick Tenpenny now.
Don't
Thank you.
me.
He just drops his face on the ground and just like, thank you so much, Mr. Merrick Tenpenny.
Don't ever do that to me, please.
Thank him. Don't worship him for Pete's sake. Stand up. Stand
Yeah,
up.
you do that to Magnus. Don't do that to me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah. Merrick will look at the shop. He's actually looking for something himself too, and he's like, "Are there any like actual, honest to goodness baldricks, like sword baldricks?"
A baldric.
What the hell is a baldric?
It's a shoulder strap in which your sword can rest in, so you don't have to worry about belts that go over particular types of clothes. It just goes over your shoulder. Your sword rests in it at your hip, and it keeps your sword. Especially in these robes, it'll be better for like coats and things.
Yeah. You're looking for a one for your longsword?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sure. They have one. It'll be for the longsword and it to like custom fit it to you, make sure it fits good. Nice, good camel leather. It's gonna be 1 gold.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll toss in a couple silver with it as a tip.
Okay. This leather vendor who doesn't get a whole lot of like goods of these types of sold, he's ecstatic. He's just like, oh, thank you. And he takes it all in.
Aye, it's good looking work, and the camel leather looks a little bit different from other leather, so it really stand out.
It is very supple.
Aye, might need to get some tooling done on it. It's a little plain, but I still like it.
glad you would like my work. And he kind of gives the thank you a bunch of times. So Bali has clothes, sandals, some slightly large leather armor, and 2 daggers. He's, like, just looks like a kid on Christmas morning.
Hey.
You're a man now, son. You're ready for action. Stick with us. Don't do nothing stupid.
Sticking with us might be the stupid.
No, don't say that out loud. He's gonna be fine. And besides, he's our guide.
I'd respect the boy by giving him the honest truth. I mean, we've gone through a lot of crap. If he's gonna be with us, he should know what he's getting into.
Fair enough.
All right. So, you realize by this point in time that it's getting close to camel tour time.
So, random question.
Random answer.
Totally unrelated.
Uh-huh.
What's the population like here? Is it human, elf, dwarf, a mixture?
A lot of humans.
Have we
Large-
seen anything other than humans?
Give me a perception check. Just to see.
Kinda-ish.
see.
Maybe
19.
So, you've seen a lot of humans. You've seen a couple, not very many, but a couple of tieflings. They have, you can only tell though from looking around, like specifically looking at people, because a lot of them have their heads wrapped with either hoods or scarves or turbans, but you saw very slight horns coming out of one of them. A couple hoods.
And they have they reacted strange to like Magnus or me or
No.
Merrick?
No, it seems that, like, overhearing conversations that a lot of people tend to pass through.
Okay.
Sometimes it's months before a caravan or some type of traders pass through, but people do pass through, so they're not in culture shock seeing you guys or anything.
Okay. I was just curious.
But the general population is mostly humans.
Okay.
A couple tieflings.
Okay. That was it. I was just
Yeah, no,
Curious.
completely valid question. Small population though, not a big town.
right.
Few hundred. But
Okay.
yeah, it's almost camel tour time. So you all head over, get some breakfast to go. Almost everything's sold on a stick here, or in a leaf, so like a palm leaf. So kebabs,
Mac's gonna grab a kebab.
snake kebabs. They have breakfast kebabs in which there is like snake, and then they have they also have some delicious looking scorpion kebabs. They're like cinnamon sugar scorpions
You gotta
with
watch
a
out.
glass of camel's milk.
You gotta watch out for those.
I'll take the cobra.
Okay. So yeah, you can get breakfast on the go. Those seem to be the main two. You want hearty or sweet? So
Hardy.
all right, y'all got your kebabs. What does Ron get for breakfast? Ron getting a kebab? Some camel's milk. Oh, is he frozen? Did we lose
I
him?
think he's frozen.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Man, he's really thinking about it.
he was
Oh.
really
and there
thinking
it
about it. All right. So. Oh! I started to
There he
rearrange
is.
it. You swapped places with Ambara. So Ron,
Sorry.
you have a good
Hiccups.
breakfast.
Yes, Ron had a good breakfast while I was frozen.
Nice. Cool. So you all meet up at the camel vendor's place. You see that there are 7 camels ready to go. And Gilgamesh is there. He's got brightly colored like vests on over his regular garb. You see that there is some of the other camels aren't. You notice that he's not taking his top tier camels out. You see that Ship of the Sands and Humphrey are both standing here, and it appears, and they all have little camel name tags embroidered into their lovely blankets. So you can see that prepared for your touring pleasure today is the lead camel, Skipper. That's what Gilgamesh will be riding. There's also Humpy Dumpty, Camelbert, Lawrence the Arabian Camel, Muffin, Camouflage, and let's see.
If Ginger and Marianne are here, I'll be in my bunk.
And once and let's see, there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Humphrey actually is in there. It's not Ship of the Sands. Ship of the Sands, however, is standing next to a little baby camel that has a bow on its head. And that baby camel's name is Bumps.
All right.
So your camels are all geared up and ready to go.
All right.
Ron is gonna gingerly walk up to one of those, probably spit on him, but he'd try and climb on it. Probably
Which
fall
camel?
3
Which
times.
camel do you hop up on or hop to?
What was like the third one you said? There was a name that caught me.
There's Humphrey, Humpy Dumpty, Muffin, Lawrence the Arabian Camel, Camel
Lawrence
Bert.
the Arabian Camel.
All right.
Oh,
So-
I was gonna go for that one.
Oh, sorry.
No, you got it first. That's good.
So you walk over to Lawrence the Arabian Camel. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, Ron is the best at that, being a wizard and all.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how much your camel likes you. He
5.
definitely spits right in your face.
Oh,
But that's as much as he acts out. Those are all very well trained camels. All camels spit. It's just a thing.
Okay, Ron's gonna be wiping the spit out of his
Uh-huh.
eyes, kind of go around behind it. Nice, camel, nice. He like patting it and trying like climb up into the saddle
Yeah,
and probably fall.
Like they're all kind of on the sands, like sitting, so you can mount. There's a couple steps up.
Well,
and-
Ron's, kind of.
Gilgamesh is like, "Welcome to the Camel Tours, a 3-hour monster tour through the dramatic and dangerous desert sands. Are you ready for your minds to be blown with the fantastic beauty and the danger that the desert of Har'Akir affords us this evening?"
Magnus is very excited, and he runs up to the Ship of the Sands.
Oh, she's taking care of Bumps, the baby camel. There's Humphrey though. He was one of the luxury
Humphrey.
camels,
Oh,
and he's
Humphrey.
the strong one. You have all your.
I'll
animals
take
with you.
Humphrey.
All right, Humphrey, give me an animal handling check. See how much Humphrey likes.
All right.
Yeah, Humphrey seems to get along with you. He's pretty chill.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice job. But give him a pat on the hump.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. So is Bali gonna ride on Bumps, or is he gonna ride on the normal camel? Like a big boy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is enough for everyone. He can have his own camel.
Excellent. Bali, you know how to ride a camel?
Of course.
Good, because I don't. So how do you do it?
Okay, you climb onto the back, and then you hold on to this rope, but don't pull it too hard, because that means stop. And then they'll just follow along. They're in a kind of a caravan format. They'll all follow the lead camel, and he points to Skipper.
All right. Sounds good. I just grabbed the nearest camel.
Okay, you are gonna be with I'll just roll for it. Why not? There's
Yeah.
no room left. 1, 2. Camel Bert.
Can All right. Camel Bert, it's me and you.
All
You
right.
do right by me, I'll do right by you.
Animal handling check.
Oh yeah, I'm good at this.
Yeah, Camel Bert's about it. You look a
Yeah.
little. What about Ambara? Which camel does Ambara go for? We've got Humpy Dumpty, Muffin, and Camouflage.
I will go for Muffin.
Muffin. All right. Give me that animal handling check. See how much Muffin likes you.
Oof.
Muffin is just in a bit of a bad mood this morning. Muffin's a bit of a chubby camel.
Oh.
Say a bit of a muffin top. And doesn't appear to be super enthused about someone climbing up on her back and but whatever. She doesn't quite spit on you. I rolled for it.
Donkeys and camels don't like Ambara.
They don't. And Merrick, Camouflage or Humpy Dumpty?
Is it just Bali and I?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bali.
Yeah.
Take the sneaky camel.
Okay. He'll scamper up on Camouflage.
I'll take this hag.
Okay. You get on a Humpty Dumpty. Give me an animal handling check.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's just a sand ship. I know what I'm doing.
kindred spirits. As soon as you get on it and the camel kind of stands up, you're like, this is just like riding a boat.
It's just more seas to sail.
Yeah, and Bali's competent. He's like, yep. He just scampers up on the camel. Alright. And he goes, alright, now that we have all selected your camels and we are about to head out on a very fun and exhilarating time, please, hold on to the seats. Do not jump off the camel unless it is down on the ground. You could injure yourself. Also, on each of your camels is a waiver I need you all to sign before we head out onto this monster tour.
Of course. I'm used to signing waivers.
Yes.
I love paperwork.
What language is it written in?
It's in common.
America, read the whole thing.
Yeah, it's basically one of those things like, if you leave the camel or jump off of it and run towards the monster, we are not liable for any and all injury and or death that may occur. Please keep your hands near the vicinity of the camel at all times, and please do not antagonize and or cast magic at the monsters.
Emergency exits
Unless
are
under attack.
bad.
Basically,
Like-
don't antagonize the monsters. Don't leave the vehicle. Keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Basically, that spiel.
I mean,
Like, if you don't follow the rules, we're not responsible for injury or death.
Man, it seems fair.
Yeah, I lean over to Mary and be like, that's pretty standard for your average monster tour, you know.
Right, you have one of these too.
Yeah, it is. Something similar, you know.
I'm a minor. Am I allowed to sign this?
yes.
You're old enough to go to pig farts. You're old enough to sign a waiver saying you won't kill yourself.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Bali's just done an X.
Make your mark, son.
Alright.
As they start to head off, Magnus is going to say to Merrick, can you hold on for a second? I need to talk to you.
All right, sir.
And then,
We'll bring up the rear.
as they move ahead, he's gonna ask Merrick for his pipe.
My pipe.
Yes, can I have your pipe, please?
Well, of course, sir. I would almost always acquiesce to your request, but might I ask why it is you want my pipe?
Make this trip a little more entertaining, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, fair enough, sir. Fair enough, sir. Here, let me pass it on. Here you go, sir. I have rum. Needed as well, sir.
Oh, all right. And then he's gonna pack up the pipe and start smoking on the way.
Oh yeah, because you got drugs.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I did.
Give me that con save, Magnus.
Ron's downwind of you guys, and he's like,
What smells like leather sofa?
My beard, Ronnie. Get back to the
Uh-oh.
Well, it doesn't
mean,
kick in right away.
Even
so.
with it, then.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
And in a bold act of role playing, I think Elam takes a, sort of not a firmly anti-drug stance, but definitely side eyes you for.
Oh, man, I held back. Okay.
You did.
I
You
don't,
did.
I don't know if you saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he may smell it on me. I don't know.
I'll see which direction the wind's blowing. No. It's blowing downwind. He's upwind to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eric takes a position at the end of the caravan to make sure Magnus doesn't wander off now.
So I don't know he's on drugs. Is what you're
Nope,
saying.
you don't know.
Okay.
Currently.
But you might find out soon.
It might not take long.
All right. Does Merrick take any, or is he just letting Magnus? All right.
Merrick's got his rum. It's fine.
Perfect. So you all, camels in a line, cross over the dunes of this magnificent desert. He goes, it is going to take us a minute to get to our first monster sighting. So let me recite for you a tale of how Har'Akir came to be. and how there is a terrible ancient land with a terrible, terrible story. Once, centuries ago, the great pharaoh Ankhtapat, he ruled the entire land of Har'Akir, which is much larger than it was today. It encompassed an entire river valley and a great, vast desert. And of course, the pharaoh is the link between man and the gods. So, he himself is practically a god. He ruled by the divine grace of Ra, the sun god. And he gestures, and of course, it's like he's got this practice, because as he gestures out, the sun crests over one of the dunes as it is sunrise. You see, but this pharaoh, he greatly feared death. It was known that when a pharaoh dies, he becomes a servant in the underworld, exalted above all other servants, but for some unknown reason, he did not want to die. Perhaps he was a false pharaoh and feared the wrath of Ra. So he commanded his priests to find some way for him to cheat death. Many slaves and prisoners died horribly as subjects, and his gruesome experiments for immortality. Some of their ghosts still haunt these very dunes today. Frustrated by his lack of success, he burned several temples, and in a great act of sacrilege, he stalked into the greatest temple of all Har'Akir, which we will see the ruins of today, and cursed the gods for not granting him his heart's desire. And at that moment, Ra did. He told him, when you die, you will live, though you might wish otherwise. However, for cursing the gods, you would suffer eternally. Ankhtapat did not know how this curse would manifest. He was elated, but confused. He still did not know how to cheat death. But that night, when he got back to his magnificent palace, he touched his dear wife, Nefir, and she died instantly. In fact, every single person he touched that night died. His wife, many of his servants, his eldest child, all by his hands, just the slightest of touch. According to our customs, they were mummified and entombed in great buildings in the desert. The funerals alone took over a week. He soon understood that when the sun left the sky, his touch was death. So as long as the sun shone upon him, he was safe. Shortly after the final ceremony of his wife's funeral, he was visited by a mummy wrapped in funeral linens. By the vestments, he knew it was his wife. Unable to speak, because when you get mummified, there's a process and your organs are put into jars. I'll get into that later. He could tell by the vestments that it was his wife, and he ordered her to leave immediately, as he was greatly disturbed that she has risen from her grave. And then he was visited by all of those who had previously murdered the night it's private, and he realized he had complete control over them. So then he started making everyone he could undead, so that he could command them all. And one night, while he was sleeping, his priests rebelled against him and murdered him in his sleep. He was still the pharaoh, though, so they gave him a burial and put him in a tomb, which is somewhere deep within these deserts. And shortly after the funeral, the walls of Ra appeared, cutting us all off from the rest of Har'Akir. All that remains of the life we once knew is a few ruined temples and the city of Mudar. Of course, all of this happened many, many generations ago, but some villagers say that they can still see him wandering the dunes at night to this very day. And by this point, you guys have traveled a decent ways into the desert. You can see the village is just very small and in the distance. He goes, and here, we see here, to our left, there is a den of a vicious antlion. And he points out, you see there's a, in between two dunes, you guys are kind of cresting the top of one, you see there is a, almost a symmetrical circle in the sand, about, 10 feet wide in diameter. And you wouldn't notice it if you were walking on sand level, but because you're on the dune above it, you can see this shape. He goes, watch. They are very, very sneaky giant ant lions. So they build traps to ensnare their victims, and you see he pulls out a chunk of meat of some type, and he and it's got a rock attached to it, and he throws it, and it lands in the circle, and you wait a beat. 2 beats. And then, in an explosion of sand, you see this giant insect-looking creature just pop out from it. It's almost like it was just had a thin layer of something, and then I see a deep pit underneath it, and it snatches the meat, and then dives into the pit. And that is why you must be very careful when traversing the dunes. You never know where an antlion might be hiding.
Where'd the meat go?
Now, at this point, Magnus,
Sorry.
the sands are turning pretty colors.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a little trippy. You saw this hole in the sand just appear like out of nowhere, man. And this rainbow-colored bug just like popped out and then waved hello and went back down.
I'm just waving at the hole, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Yes, it is a very dangerous creature that ensnares its victims. But if you know what to look for, little lines in the sand, you can typically avoid them fairly easily. They will not pursue you very far past their ears.
Question, if you have a moment.
Of course, I am more than willing to answer any questions you have on Gilgamesh's monster tour.
It's about what you were saying before we came up here. You said that the Pharaoh's temple is buried somewhere in the sands.
Yes.
Where?
Yes.
Do you know where?
No one has been able to find it. No, it is very, most likely buried underneath the sands as they are constantly shifting.
So all the tours you do around in the sand, you've never seen a temple or doorway or something hidden into anything?
I thought I saw one once, but when I went up to examine it further, it was just an interesting carving in the side of a cliff.
Can you show us that too?
Ah, yes, I will point it out as we pass.
Thank you.
Certainly. It is near where some of the hounds of the desert live.
I thank you.
Now, upcoming next. I see, and he's like, the moon is not quite full, so we might not see many were-jackals, but I know exactly where a den of jackal-wares is. Now.
Like, make eye contact with Bali with my eyebrows up. All right. Careful now.
He's like holding on. He's gonna pat his dagger.
Magnus is still waving at the hole.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You see, like, sand eventually kind of just shifts back over it, and it's real mesmerizing. And the hole is gone. It's like it was never there.
What? How's that even possible?
Magic.
Merrick rides up next to his camel and just takes his stick and whacks the camel in the butt to follow the rest of the caravan.
Yeah, the camel's following along pretty well. It's just a little slower because Magnus is like leaning on it, pulling the reins a bit, leaning back, looking.
Still staring at the hole.
Eyes forward, sir. Eyes forward.
What?
Is the town still staying in view on this tour, or are we getting further and further
You're
away?
getting further and further away.
Okay.
Now, can anyone here tell me the difference between a were-jackal and a jackal-were?
My best guess is that one is the body of a jackal with the head of a man, and one is the body of a man with the head of a jackal.
Close. Their hybrid forms are very similar. They have 3 forms. They have jackal, human, and then hybrid. But a were-jackal is a man like you or me who has been infected with lycanthropy. A jackal-were is a jackal who is infected with a lycanthropy of sorts and can turn into a human. So one is vastly more intelligent than the other.
They have human lycanthropy?
Yes, human lycanthropy. It is quite a thing.
Scribble.
Yes, take notes. It's very interesting.
I thought the difference was where the were was.
That too. That's how you can tell the difference between a were-jackal and a jackal-were. And you guys start to come up to like a little bit of a rockier area, not just smooth sands. He goes, here is where we will find a den of jackal-wares. And you see he pulls out like a sack this time, and it's got meat in it. Looks like an old, kind of almost ratty leather sack. And he goes, kind of gives out like a whistle. And he goes, now, try not to spook them. And you see, coming out from behind some of the rocks, jackals. A pack of them. And they all have their eyes on the bag that Gilgamesh is holding. And you see a couple of them start, like, looking at the rest of you all, giving you all the eyes. And then you see one of them shift. And you see the jackal's legs, it gets longer and it becomes more upright. And then you see what looks like a very feral looking man with dark, shaggy hair, a long beard.
Is
Not
he completely
wearing
naked?
Yes, completely naked, not wearing anything.
Ron immediately starts thinking, I wonder if there's any girls.
And
He's a teenage boy, come on.
Of course you would. Why wouldn't they?
And after he appears to be the pack leader, you'd think. After he shifts, you see a couple of others shift as well. One of them is a girl. And they kind of cautiously approach, and they goes, my friends, here a gift. And he kind of throws the bag out a little bit. It hits the sand, like lands on one of the rocks, and you see they like snatch it. And one of them shifts like from human like to like a hybrid form. It's smaller than a human but bigger than a jackal, but it's got a jackal head and long claws and almost jackal-like feet. And it just kind of reaches in and like snatches. You notice that looks like a bunch of meat scraps, like some of the things that the vendors wouldn't sell because it's not kebab worthy or whatever. And they take it and then they kind of like growl and yip a bit, and then they dart off back into the rocks. And you kind of like, you see the Gilgamesh kind of get like a little like, oh good, that went well. He goes, and those are of course the elusive jackal-wares. Very feral, very unpredictable at times, but here we are, continuing on our monster tour.
Magnus is like, what's special about him?
Ron's gonna raise a hand in the back.
Has anyone ever tried civilizing jackal-wares?
Ooh, a very risky business that. They have more of a mind of a jackal than of a human, so it hasn't gone well when it has been attempted.
Okay,
They tend to bite a lot.
Good thoughts and bad thoughts go through Ron's brain. anyways.
He keeps going through this tour. He points out like a giant scorpion den. He's like, but we don't want to mess with that. They are very nasty. We'll probably see one as we get back though. They like heat day. And you see like there's like he points out, he like lifts up a rock with a very long stick, and you can see a coiled rattlesnake underneath it, and it's like, he's like, and he kind of just gently puts it back down. He's not a bad tour guide so far, Elam. I mean, maybe not up to your standards, but
Yeah, quietly impressed. You know, not gonna, you know, let on, but you know.
Does he have the odd good jokes and
Yeah, he's
fun
making some puns, but not too many to be annoying. He goes, well, you see, sometimes the jackal-wares, you can say I'd say their bark is worse than their bite, but it's really not. Their bite is definitely worse than their bark. And you guys continue, and you see that there are some cliffs in the distance. You're about an hour out of town. He goes, all right, and now I believe you wanted to see some of the very intriguing cliff carvings that I found. Yes?
Aye.
All right. Well, we are about halfway through our 3-hour tour, so you can see the spotted lions or the cave carvings. I leave it up to group vote.
Going cave carvings. Cave carvings? Everybody? Cave?
All right, cliff carvings. All right, let's go then. Bali is just like, He agrees with whatever Elam says. And he
Magnus is. He's not really saying much. He's just like.
Yeah, you're seeing lots of pretty colors. The sand. It's like a Lisa Frank picture right now. It's just.
I'm imagining he's gonna see like the carvings, and they're gonna go full on like Egyptian blown color. You know, like perfectly preserved tomb. He's gonna see colors when everybody else just sees scratches.
Stone, yeah.
And I'm kind of keeping an eye on everybody, making sure everybody's doing okay. And do I notice that Magnus is distracted?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not hard. He's out of it.
I think Magnus has. I lean over to Merrick. I think our friend Magnus may have some heat stroke.
I know. He's been partaking in a bit of the more excitable substances. It makes trips like this more entertaining.
Has he been eating scorpions again?
No. You remember that packet he bought as we left town a little while back?
He's smoking scorpion.
Yeah, I remember
The shady
that.
guy in the alleyway.
That wasn't potpourri or incense or some kind of medicinal tonic.
Oh, sweet summer child, no.
Oh. What?
I
And I like look at Bali and see if he's listening.
He's listening. The tour guide Gilgamesh has started to tell a story about how once they're seen very rarely, but when it comes near to the night of Thoth, that these 2-headed jackals can sometimes be seen around the dunes, and that they're very lucky because they're only a few days away from the night of Thoth.
We might see him.
You might see one.
I don't worry about the Magnus. I'm keeping an eye on him. He's fine.
All right. Well, I got my hands full with Junior Badass over here, so if Merrick starts, seeing pink elephants,
that was hours ago.
Oh, good. Okay, great. That's all we needed is him on drugs. That's fantastic.
That's fine. I mean, would you notice if I hadn't said anything?
Woo! Yeah.
See, Magnus is normal to me.
I can't begrudge a man for living life, I mean, but there are children present.
Ron's been around with us the entire time.
Ron's been corrupted. It's fine.
I'm talking about the little one, the basically the infant we have put in mortal danger.
No, that's the one you put in mortal danger. The one I gave weapons to.
Yeah, making you party to my good decision making. He's our other guide.
I will corrupt him soon enough. Don't worry.
That's true. All right. Thanks for the update. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys walk on this camel with Magnus going, woo, having fun.
Just like on a roller coaster.
Yeah, because you're going up the dunes, and then you go down the dunes. You go up the dunes, and then you go down the dunes.
Yeah.
Magnus is gonna go, everything's so green, and we're in a tan desert. And it's like,
this place is great, guys. I'm loving this tour.
So you guys kind of get close to this. You see that this valley that kind of opens up. You're getting past the dunes. You've seen little rocky areas here. This is more like a valley with a small canyon. But you're in the valley of the canyon. You notice that the cliff sides would probably be the top of the canyon. And you see that there is not much loose sand here. It's a lot of smooth, flat rocks. Canyon walls are about 500 yards to either side of the road. As soon as you guys kind of enter into the valley, you see vultures start to circle overhead.
I don't like that. I mean, except, I don't know, they're probably like smiley, happy faces to Magnus.
Oh, they look like happy, swirling. They can't even tell what kind of bird they are. They're just so happy and like brightly colored.
Hi,
Like birds of paradise. Just having a great time.
How long is it taking us to make it from that last stop to the canyon?
It's a little over half an hour, so because you guys came in at the hour mark and it's a 3-hour tour, so it's taking you a little bit to get there.
Because I think Merrick would have tried to get Ambara's attention.
Yeah, you have
see if
plenty
she
of time.
Drops back to the back.
Yeah, of course.
I have to keep an eye on Magnus. He's partaking in a bit of the fun stuff and is having a much better show than the rest of us.
I guess whatever floats his boat.
Nobles, what do you do with them? You know.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, when you changed your clothes the other day, you had those. You rolled up your sleeves. You had those tattoos that were intermixed with all your scars. I know you said they used to be a bit better looking than they are now. What were they for? If you don't mind me asking, I know you're touchy about stuff like that.
No, that's fine. She kind of contemplates for a minute, and I think she's trying to figure out if she trusts Merrick enough at this point to tell him. And I think she does. So, have you ever heard of a, where is Magnus at this point?
Right in front of
he
us, I think.
In front of us?
Yeah.
Okay,
Kind of leaning real heavily to one side of the camel.
Occasionally wooing at things that aren't there.
I'd probably drop my camel back a little bit further.
He is not paying attention to you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's paying attention to all the other stuff he sees that isn't there.
So, have you ever heard of the goddess Mistra?
When I was studying up on our trip to the Sword Coast, we knew that it was one of the gods there. That a lot of people something happened with the, what do you guys call it?
The
Some sort of plague.
Yes, the spell plague.
Right, and she was a big part of it. I think something about her dying and killing a whole bunch of mages.
Yes, so she is the goddess of the weave, essentially. Long and short of it. Her arch enemy is Cyric, the god of murder and lies and lots of bad things.
Oh, he sounds like a fun one.
Yeah. Before she died, she had several daughters. I don't know how many, but her daughters had children, and so on and so forth. And I found out when I was a child through her talking to me in my head that I am her many, many, many generations down granddaughter. So.
You're okay. So she's not dead.
It's very complicated. She is dead, but she's not dead. She's kind of.
She's a ghost. She's a god ghost.
Yeah, kind of. She's in
Nice.
like that rekindling phase kind of thing.
It's that whole idea about belief bringing the gods. Like, if the gods don't exist without belief, but the god can
Right.
exist if you have enough belief. So if a god disappears, you believe in it again, it comes back.
Kind of, yeah. And like when the spell plague happened, Cyric murdered her, and lots of bad things happened. And so she kind of like went out of, lore for a very long time. And then she making a bit of a resurgence, I suppose, which I didn't know because I always just thought my grandmother was talking to me in my head, and I thought it was crazy for half my childhood. But anyway, so yeah, when I was 16, I woke up one morning and this was on my arm, and she told me that it was a symbol that I was her chosen or whatever. I don't know. I'm just yeah. But she also told me that showing it would bring Sarek's cultists to me, and I never showed it, except of course to my friend, and well, she was wrong, so
Okay. So the two are connected in that way then.
yes, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
so
All right. You told us about the bad times you had.
yeah, I told you. I don't think I've mentioned it to anyone else.
Oh, well, I haven't talked to anyone. I don't really talk to anyone but you.
Yeah,
I make fun
that's-
of everyone else. And I
that's
egg
fair.
on Magnus to do things.
Yeah.
Nah,
But yeah, so Sirik cultists are the ones who had me for so long.
mhm.
And according to what was that Vistani woman's name that gave us the
Ooh. Yeah, the last one.
I wanna say Vasha, but that's not it.
No. I have it in another PDF somewhere.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's not important.
the
that-
rune reading, Vistani.
Yeah. That Vistani woman said that I don't have to worry about them catching me now, but they are going to catch up to me. So, fun stuff. Simply because I am the many times down granddaughter of a god who makes Sirik mad, I guess.
My people have found that involving yourself too closely with gods always seems to end up a bit bad.
I'm not going to argue with that because life experience.
I
To be fair, didn't know my grandma was a god until the Sirik cultists found me, so...
So does that make you like part god yourself? Like, are you a quasi deity?
I don't think so, because, like, it's so far down the line. But I don't know. I have no idea. I'm in the dark here. All I know is I have magic because of her. People are after me because of her. She kind of ruined my life. Just saying.
Is there no one around with magics that can repair the damage done?
To this. And she gestures to her arms.
Aye.
Not that I know of. I mean, you saw that one on my back. The cultists did something where it doesn't heal normally.
Right.
So I think that's part of their tortures. Oh, you can't have your mark. I don't know.
Well, all right. That's a bit stranger than I was expecting, but
Yeah. I'm trying to get to Waterdeep because apparently there's a man there that I'm related to who is also in contact with Mistra. I don't know. I just know that I need to talk to him, so...
I will. We're all trying to get back there, so...
Yeah.
Well, if we ever run into any of those Sirik folk, we'll not let them have you. Not as long as I'm alive.
Then I will do my best to keep you alive.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
Yep.
Although it seems that Magnus needs that more than the rest of us at this point.
Yeah, we should probably stop him from falling off his camel right there.
Yeah, he's like pretty much sideways now.
No, spur the camel forward right quick. Hey, sir, get out. Hey, focus on the forward camel before you. Come on, look forward, sir.
You're sideways.
I am, sir. Yes. Here, let me help you. He kind of rides up to the side and kind of lifts him up and pushes him back.
Mm-hmm. It takes some oomph. Magnus is not a lightweight fellow.
No. I use the camel to kind of like leverage him up.
Leverage him up, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, fine, sir. Just stay there.
Where are we?
We're looking for hieroglyphs and other artwork.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Are we in an artwork?
In a way.
He just kind of like stares off into the distance.
And Bari, you broke him.
All right. So you can see that kind of below you guys, kind of descending still into the valley a little bit, that there is what appears to be some kind of temple? Hard to say. You see a low, flat building that it doesn't have a roof. But there's a bunch of columns that are carved and painted. Appears to be like the life of this one dude. You can see that there is gigantic statues, 6 of them, each kind of set into a shallow alcove into this cliff face. They're carved directly into the rock. There is to the right, you can see it looks like a man with a magnificent little like beard thing and a hat and stuff. And then you see some the statues on one side of the door remind you a lot like some of the statues you found in that secret shrine that you found. And you see, and some of the statues in the main temple as well, in town. And then on the other right, you can see that the woman standing to the side of this man, her face has been purposefully, looks like defaced, like carved and scratched out, so you can't even see. Almost as if by someone like crazed. It's just vicious, and there's marks on the other side of the stone. And then you see smaller, a lot of maybe getting smaller and smaller, maybe children kind of thing.
Is Gilgamesh still with us?
Yes, he is pointing us. There it is! The mysterious cliff carvings I saw.
What's wrong with their faces?
Yeah, they all look like they're moving and frowning and glaring at you, Magnus.
I don't like this.
So there's no like visible entrance here, correct? It's just in a cliffside?
Yeah, you don't see any entrance at all. It's carved in
And
a cliff with a bunch of pillars leading up to it.
Okay, but it's not like a structure, it's legitimately a cliff.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
There's there's all those pillars that just around, and then it's like one like a small cliff, and then there's like some broken, not very well taken care of stairs leading up, and like a flat area on top of the small cliff, and then those big statues and hieroglyphs carved into the side. No entrance, no door, just carvings and a cliff face.
Seems like an awful lot of work for just a box canyon.
It is very strange and mysterious, no?
No, I don't. I don't think this is all we're seeing here. Elam, and Bara, didn't you talk about that trapdoor hidden temple you found?
Mm-hmm. It was like a sliding door underneath the sands.
I'm guessing there might be a hidden door here as well.
It's not a bad thought. We could take a look.
Watch out for these ant lions, though. They'll jump out in the sand and get you. So, Bali, you stay on your camel there, Chestnut Gray, or whatever its name is.
His name is Camouflage.
Magnus grabs a hold of you and says, "We're not supposed to leave the door."
All right, Magnus, I'm going to get you into the tent when we get back, get you some B12 and some orange slices, and you're going to have a nap. Because you're on planet 9 right now. And you're a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, so you just chill out right here while me and Ambara do a little recon.
What about me, Mr. Elam?
Ronnie, you're with us, pal. Watch your step.
So I'll hop off the camel and take
You're not
a
supposed
look.
to get off the camel on the tour. We are a very strict time schedule. And
It'll be fine. Just a quick look around.
this void, do you just, he just gestures at the sign that has like all the waivers, like a little box, and just points to it.
Runs.
Shrugs at you guys.
Runs trying to help. I have to pee.
Oh, there's a jar on the side of your camel.
Pea jar.
He just pauses mid thing, like, what?
Oh, I've been drinking from that.
Ronnie, you're a grown-ass man. If I catch you peeing in a bottle out here, I'm just gonna snatch you bald-headed. Now just go stand over there, turn your back to Ambara, and let it out. Just have a leak right there,
Use the pee bottle under your robes. Do it in the middle of the desert with nothing to stand behind.
Yeah. That's part of the. Let it out.
To take my pee jar over to the wall, maybe. And
We're in the middle of a desert. Literally no one's around.
Nothing we all haven't seen before, young man.
Speak for yourself.
what?
Just make sure an antlion doesn't reach up, grab your pecker, and pull it right off. You'll be fine.
With that, his eyes go saucer wide. He's looking at the sand like, nope.
No, I'm just gonna stay on the camel.
I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore.
Oh,
I'm gonna go look around.
Okay,
I'm going with her.
give me some perception checks.
Merrick's
Anyone
gonna
who's-
join them, but he goes up to Magnus. He goes, "Aye, sir. If you're getting a bit scared and you're ready to have it over, just put your hand on the side of your face and use that little ability you have. You know, the glowy hand one. Make it all better."
Royal touch.
he
Lay
kind
on,
of like
lay on
touches
foot.
and then.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Good luck, sir.
Goodbye.
I hope
Where-
to see you here when I come back. And I walk forward and go.
Okay, so the three of you are off camelback and walking forward. Give me perception checks, please.
7.
All right.
15.
15. All right.
Like Magnus just slowly leans down and hugs the camel.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta roll a thing. Just a thing. Don't pay any attention to me. Yeah, where are you guys walking up to specifically? You're just looking around to see where to look.
I want to head towards that woman statue with her face all.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over that way.
Merrick's walking right up the middle of the columns, up the stairs, just straight line, right to the wall that should be right there and looking there.
Yeah. Like the woman statue's on the so you're walking with Embara.
Okay.
I have a map, but I can't show it to you yet.
I've got the butt of my crossbow just kind of poking in the sand, just kind of.
All right. So you guys kind of walking up, and Merrick and Elam, you guys see some things moving in the shadows of these alcoves.
A something?
Some things.
I just
I,
keep right on walking.
And Bara, slow down a bit.
What?
There's
Yeah.
something up there.
Oh,
Something's moving up behind the columns.
well, it is the desert.
Aye. But it's hiding.
Sands tend to move in the desert.
Aye, it's trying to hide though.
Ah,
I don't think sand hides.
that's fair.
Unless it's in your shoes. I think those are hiding.
Or your clothes.
Sand, it just gets everywhere. So
Everywhere.
gritty, coarse.
Sand is the worst.
All right. So you guys.
All right, so I see him. I take a knee and look at get my crossbow up and just like see if they're coming our way.
You just see some movement in the shadows behind, like, some of the statues in the alcoves. In the shadows.
Should we call them out?
Sure, why not? If they're zombies, I mean, what's the difference? They'll head this way. We can try and shoot them as they walk out.
Hello?
Oh, look at me! I'm lost in the desert, and I'm full of tender, meaty bits. I've been cooking in my own Jesus in these pants all afternoon. I just taste like a roast beef.
With you guys saying these things and looking into the shadows, you guys see that there is a bit more movement as you're making, yelling out in that direction, and you catch a glimpse, as one darts from shadow to shadow, of what looks to be like a very large, two-headed jackal.
We got to see one. We're so lucky.
Do they appear threatening at the moment?
Threatening? It's hard to tell. They don't appear to be coming at you. But they're definitely looking at you guys. You sense multiple, kind of like when you see this movement right around you, you're making noise and stuff. You sense multiple sets of eyes on you, and they are moving around. So,
Okay.
from what you've heard on this tour, jackals are pack animals, whether it be were-jackals, jackal bears, or just regular jackals. So,
All right, I'm
probably a
curious,
pack
but I ain't
of them.
stupid. Let me tell you something. These things are going to swarm us, and before we know it, they're going to be right up our ass. We need to back up and get with the group.
I'll give everyone another perception check if you want to look closely.
This will turn ugly on us real fast. Now, the cliff face, we're like facing it and it goes up, right? They're not like up high behind. The camels aren't like up high behind
No,
us.
the camels are low behind you guys.
Low behind us. That's
We're
You guys kind of had to climb up like a small plateau that these pillars are carved into, up some stairs, and then there's the big cliff face with all the other rest of the carvings in there. It's like hieroglyphs, statue, hieroglyphs, statue, and so on. So it's just alternating.
So,
I say we back up, call them out, shoot them as they come at us. Because let me tell you something. You go walking in there, that's the killing floor right there. It's
well,
not
I mean,
good.
We kind of already did walk in there, and they didn't come out. They seem
yeah.
a tad more intelligent than their jackalware friends.
So with the perception checks of 21 and 23, you guys are on it. You can see that they are definitely kind of grouping up. Certain ones are grouping up and certain ones are spreading out. And you can hear little yips and snarls like they're, communicating with each other maybe. Like normal, like a pack of wolves would, as they're kind of trying to see what thing they're going to try to take down first.
Do we believe that there's more than one? I mean, do we have an idea of how many?
You definitely know there's more than one. You can see they're all two-headed. You can
Did
see
anybody hear that?
somewhere between around a half dozen, maybe a dozen. It's hard to the two heads is kind of throwing you guys off because you'll look, like one head will peek around and then like another one will. It's kind of hard to get an exact head count. But you'd say probably about a dozen, maybe more, maybe less. It's hard to with two-headed.
Okay, you said half a dozen. Now you said a dozen.
Yeah, sorry, I meant a dozen.
You take the HUD count and you double it because they all have two heads. So.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe they're reasonable, though. Maybe, or are they insane? Did I get the impression in Gilgamesh's sort of explanation of them that maybe they can be communicated with?
No. He said they're just regular, not were-jackals or jackal-wares. They are regular, two-headed, elusive jackals that usually only come out on the Night of Thoth, which is a kind of like a religious kind of night. A little spooky. More ghosts are seen on that night too.
So
He said he does a haunted desert ghost tour on the Night of Thoth for a small price of another 1 gold per person, and it's a nighttime camel tour. They only happen once a year.
Well, if we survive this, we'll have to check that out. All right, so diplomacy and an animal handling check probably will not get us through this one.
No, you've been told that jackals are vicious pack creatures.
Let's just start backing up. I'll take point facing them. And you guys fan out behind me and we'll just back away slowly.
Mm-hmm. And this is a rocky kind of terrain area, which, based on where you saw the jackalers, it would make sense that this is probably where all the two-headed jackals live.
Yeah. I don't feel like getting eaten by two-headed jackals today. So.
As we're backing up, I'm just constantly
They eat
taking
you
the
twice as
defense-
fast.
taking the dodge action the whole way back. Just
Yeah. You don't, they seem to be, based on your experience, Merrick, you've seen some interesting these kind of remind you of the way sharks kind of look up when, like, you have a group of sharks kind of looking up and stuff. They're not aggressive, but they're very territorial. You're kind of getting this vibe, like, they're like, this is our turf kind of thing. As they're not pursuing you guys, and as you kind of start backing away, they start to kind of pace around a little less.
I think we might be. I think the further away we are, the safer we are. They seem to be a mite territorial. I think this might be their den.
Where we need to go, though.
I
think these creatures are just proof of that.
think it's important to be here as well. But we need everyone. There's a lot. And they'll come at once from all directions.
Let's go.
All right. So you turn around to go back to the camels, and you can see that Gilgamesh has been attempting to keep Magnus, Ron, and Bali entertained. He's juggling little balls with, like, silk scarves wrapped around them, so they're very colorful and they, like, swirl around. It is mesmerizing, Magnus. It is just...
Ron counters it with being snarky with his dancing lights, and he's juggling the dancing lights.
He goes, oh, very good, very good. Since you have some talent, now, can you, and you see, he starts, doing some tricks.
Max is just like going back and forth.
Between the two. Bali's jaws just like,
Ow. Man, I just stretch more.
So that's what you guys come back to, and they go, oh, good, you did not get eaten by two-headed jackals. That is very good.
So you know they were here.
I told you they are found in this area. They're very elusive, though. I haven't seen any. But
If you knew they were here, then they're not very elusive, are they?
you don't see
There's a
them
whole
often.
pack of them.
No, I've only seen 2 in my entire life.
Well, stick around and you're about to see a lot more.
Are they religious in any way?
Well, they're
Would their
just
pelts
jackals.
bring good money?
Well, their pelts are said to bring good luck.
Fine, we'll bring you 6. Be right back. Come on, Magnus, Ronnie.
Wait,
We're going to hunting.
Whoa!
Now you're talking.
I am in the mood for that. I pull out. Let's see. Hold on. What's something ridiculous I have?
I really want it to be an elephant gun, but I know you don't have that. It'd just be kind of funny. Just
Oh! I pull out my umbrella.
Yes.
Ha! I'm ready for the hunt.
Your Lordship, sir, you remember what we were talking about with the whole glowy hand thing to the face? Yeah,
What?
make it glow and then hit yourself in the face.
Glowy hand. And
Yes, that the thing you did.
He uses his foot. He touches his foot to his face, and then he'll lay on hand.
Lay on foot.
Lay on foot.
See a sandaled foot glow. And then, clear-headed. You're level-headed.
All right.
Ugh,
Oh,
everything's so dreary and drab-colored now. And it's hot.
oh, this is awful. Why are we here?
There's things to do, sir.
I hate doing things.
I know, sir. But you get to kill something. That'll be fun.
Fine. Why am I holding this umbrella?
That's a very good question, sir. We'll answer that later.
I put up the umbrella.
Bali leans over on his camel to Elam and goes, "Do you want me to come too, or should I stay on the camel?"
Listen, you're coming.
Okay.
But you're sticking right with me. You're staying right behind me. And,
If any of us get hurt, it's not the camel tour's fault. That's what the waiver said.
Yeah. It's fine. Look, I didn't exactly see a courthouse back there, so I'm not, gonna pursue any legal action should one of these things bite me in the
the
ass.
courthouse. The temple is.
So,
Oh, all right, fine. Well, still.
am I informed we're heading to a temple? Or into a temple?
I don't think we told
we
you
don't-
anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except we're killing stuff. Come on
You
along.
We
See-
don't know that
see-
it's a temple.
A bunch of
He's our
pillars.
brains.
It looks kind of like the temple in town is the temple.
Okay.
Reference.
Oh, you're not putting on your armor?
It'll
If Derek
take
sees you
a
get
few
off the
minutes.
camel and leave the armor behind, he's like, "Oh, sir, now is the time. Put on the
Oh,
hot stuff."
oh yes. All right. Perfect.
Please, sir. Here, let me help.
I like armor.
I will
it's very
manserve
healthy.
you into your armor
All right.
just to speed it along.
Yeah, so it doesn't take you quite as long to don your armor, but you have your armor on now.
You look glorious, sir. Let's get to killing.
That implies that at times I don't look glorious.
You look more glorious at the moment, sir.
You look battle glorious.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Har'Akir.
I like that. Battle glorious.
You're a warrior angel of light.
Even better.
There you go.
I'm ready to fight now.
Does Magnus get inspiration for that?
You know what? Sure. Yes, Magnus can have inspiration after getting hit so many times without his armor last. Yeah. Glorious battle angel of light. He feels ready to fight.
Charge!
I'm imagining as you end that, if you were to end that scene, the sun would be right behind you, making this nice glowing halo around you.
Yeah, it is still rising into the sky, and so, Gilgamesh is just looking at he has like a wrist sundial. That's how he keeps track of his time on the tours. He just keeps looking at it and like, it's gonna be longer than 3 hours. I'm gonna have to cut out the spotted cats. I'm gonna have to cut off. He sees you just crossing things off on the agenda, like things that we like. He's very time specific.
I guess we'll have to go on another tour.
Yeah, so he is doing the haunted tours on the night of Thoth. So, you guys march back up the stairs, that little plateau kind of thing. All right.
Take point.
Mm-hmm.
Elbow up. Gotta hold it in tight like this so you can
Okay.
grip this.
You guys see the movements in the shadows again. How do you guys approach this fight? How do you guys want to antagonize these two-headed were-jackals? Or not were-jackals, two-headed jackals. They're not were-jackals.
I can chuck an ice knife at them.
I suppose I'm I'm being a general in the back. There we
Okay.
go.
Yes. Of course, sir.
Merrick's up front beside Elam.
So there's like maybe we can do something. So there's stairs leading up, and then like columns across, and they're behind the columns, right?
Yeah, there's 6 alcoves with statues in them, and they're kind of like in the shadows of the alcoves because the sun's still rising, so there's plenty of long shadows.
Beautiful.
On this.
So the idea is that if I was to whistle really loud, they may rush us. Yes,
Maybe.
maybe. So I've got a bunch of rope. Why don't we wrap it 3 inches off the ground, 6 inches off the ground, all over these columns, and make a tripwire. See if we can't get them to fall down the stairs.
Okay, so the columns are underneath you guys.
They're down.
Mm-hmm. It's columns with stairs leading up them onto a plateau. The columns are supporting the plateau. That carved into it.
Oh. Is the plateau at like our height?
It's taller than a person. It's about 10 feet tall. It's like a little, almost like a mini cliff before the big cliff.
All right.
And it looks like these were carved into, the little pillars were carved into them.
I just take a pot shot. Elam.
Just shoot him.
You can see him. That'll piss him off. Maybe you kill one.
There you go. Make them mad. They'll rush us. We'll shoot them as they come out. Stab what's left.
If you're at the stairs themselves, they're about 100 feet away. You can get closer.
Oh god. Yeah. All right. So let's all creep up and get a little close the distance a little bit, and then we're just gonna
Hey,
shoot.
Magnus, you get up in front. We're here with Elam and I and Ronnie and Bara and Bali. You take up the rear.
Sure. What are we fighting? Where's the fight?
Two-headed jackal things.
Where are they?
Over there, sir.
Wonderful. I start heading that way.
Perfect. Does Elam shoot one?
Yeah, I can get a little closer, and then I'm just gonna shoot the closest one I see.
Yep. So they're kind of still moving around in the shadows a bit. Give me that shot.
Can I take a second to aim?
I mean, it's not going to do you any good, but you can do it.
Okay. I don't know if that would help at all.
I mean,
I'll take
you
an
could feel
18.
more confident about it, but it's not going to give you any mechanical
I will.
advantage.
I'm at least squinting.
Yeah.
You can technically get advantage if you hide, I guess. So
Yeah. There's not really anything to hide, unless you got onto the top of the stairs and just stuck your thing up.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
do that. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Spent forever in a deer blind. Stealth. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. I've done this before. Ow, fuck.
Oh, no.
I blew my cover.
And as Elam hits his funny bone on the top of the stairs as he's
No, I didn't.
trying to hide behind.
Got a 21.
Give me that shot, then Elam.
oh man.
He did.
Oh,
Yeah.
The 18
Oh, 18. Perfect.
or 26 with advantage.
26 with advantage. So yeah, sorry, I was looking for it afterwards.
Click heavy crossbow so you roll your damage there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roll me up some damage. Damage.
Blow.
Yeah, chat says bonus action. Contact Jim and Davis about aim action. 4 piercing damage. You hear a little, and then a lot of growling as your crossbow bolt goes in. You see, one two-headed jackal come out. A second two-headed jackal come out. And about 6. Hold on, I gotta roll this. 7 two-headed jackals charge out at the group. Magnus being the furthest one, in. They're looking to get him first. But that, as the jackals come out and attempt to surround you guys using some pack tactics. That's what we're gonna end our session for this evening, folks. Yay! Two-headed jackals. So yes, yay! We're gonna go around. We're gonna say who we are, where we're gonna find you, and favorite part. Let's start with Shiny Pilot.
Okay, Shiny Pilot. You can find me here Mondays, Tuesdays. Sorry for being a little quiet. Just been a really long day at work today, but this was a nice moment to sit and relax with everybody, but almost a little bit too relaxed, having fun, but it was a good time. Favorite part for the night was probably, I think the outfitting of our little companion here, and maybe I'm a little worried for Ron's survivability being the cute boy of the group, but I think he'll be okay. Because this little guy, he's going to be our mascot. He's going to be fun. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Mr. Magnus Deepshaft, Battle Angel of Light himself.
Yeah, D20 coup de grace. You can catch me here. You can catch me on Mondays. Let's see. My favorite part was when you were telling the Pharaoh story, because I was like picturing what Magnus was seeing in his befuddled mind during it, and I was just having a lot of fun during it. So.
Awesome. I bet that was a real fun story. It's like a kid's story, but like with like really like, it's like that scene in Robot Chicken when Anakin's just cutting the field of sunflowers, but it's just the younglings. Like that's what I picture Magnus is like. Just happy-fied it. Death. Touch of death. Name of the module. Anyways, Ambara.
Hello, I'm Ambara Vanastra. I am at Nuggetosaurus on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm here tonight from 10 to 11 for Ravenloft. I'm also here on Monday nights for Mondays in Exandria, which is super fun. I play an angry humanoid creature person thing that's just doesn't like anybody. My favorite part was while Magnus was tripping balls, him going, "You're not supposed to leave the camel." That just the way you said that, Trip, just cracked me up. But yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Mr. Travis Bowles.
Hi, I'm Matt Travis Bowles. I play on Monday nights and Tuesday nights. I'm the producer of WebDM. Hey, check out the show at the WebDM YouTube channel tomorrow. They're talking about the Star Spawn, and it's weird. They got cultists and we shot it in a game store, so there's people all over the place. So if you want to watch Pruitt get so distracted he gets angry by the end of the show, this is the show to watch. So don't miss it. And I love this. I love Stone Magnus. I love Ambara's backstory. I loved Merrick with being apparently the only reasonable one at this point. And Ron having to take a leak and not sure quite how to do it. It's marvelous. It's a wonderful thing, and I can't wait for next week.
Excellent. We will have so much fun fighting, jackals. It'll be great. Speaking of great, we've got Deception Check.
That was a better segue. I appreciate that one. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, no, that's better. Yeah, I'm at Deception Check. I'm the DM on Monday nights for Mondays in Exandria. I also play Merrick Tenpenny here tonight. That's all I'm doing right now. Hopefully get some other shows sooner or later. But I had a blast tonight. Lots of fun. Finally got to talk to Ambara about her tattoos, and she actually said something. It was wonderful. But my favorite part is probably just handing the pipe to Magnus so that the fun can just unfold. I'm just surprised he didn't ride off into the desert at some point. I really expected that. It didn't happen. And if Merrick is the voice of reason in our group, we are so screwed. Oh my God. Travis, we're in trouble, man.
Yeah, we're in deep trouble. We got 7 two-headed werejackals, and we've got some youths present. So
just think about how many bites per round that is.
Yeah. So lots of fun. Thanks.
Awesome. And of course, I'm Lindy. This is my channel. You can find me here every week. I'm Lindy. We play a super fun game on Monday nights that Deception Check DMs. Mondays in Exandria, where I have a magnificent beard and mustache pictured. Yeah, they're great. And it's super fun. We are having rooftop assassination shenanigans, so definitely come check that out next week, because it is intense. And yeah, here every Tuesday night for spooky Ravenloft shenanigans. We will have our next Teenagers from Outer Space episode next month on the 11th. And I think that's about it for here. Video game nights on Wednesdays most times, unless like stuff happens, which it's been happening lately. So hopefully tomorrow night, video games. But yeah, we're gonna go give a raid over to the lovely Eric Vulgaris, as you know, he is kind and benevolent Roll20 giver of nat 20s. But yes, thanks you guys so much for watching and having fun with our shenanigans. Oh, my favorite part was definitely Ron not sure what to do about the camel. Getting off for, pee break. That was just, it just tickled me. But we'll see you all next week. Have a fantastic time, and I'll see you laters.